We are now moving on to some reaction from the South African Transport and Allied Workers Union's Deputy General Secretary, Anele Kiet, who joins us to discuss this. Anele, very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. A tragic incident unfolding here. What is your immediate reaction?
Evening to you, Mpo, and your listeners. As South African Transport and Allied Workers Union, we are deeply saddened with the current impasse that is starting to show its head within the bus industry. You will recall that in Mpumalanga, there were buses that were banned. NTI suffered the same fate as Rea Vaya just 2 days before. Clearly, there's an attack within the bus industry, and it worries us as a trade union that organizes in that industry. We want to send our deepest condolences as a trade union to the families of those that lost their lives in the line of duty.
And, with that, this, of course, you speak about the other incidents that have occurred very closely to one another. We're witnessing something else here, which has really sent shockwaves. What is the reaction from your members?
Well, it's obvious that when people start to lose lives, those who are still alive, they will be scared to go to work because, firstly, we don't know where does these attacks comes from, what is the cause, and unfortunately, as a trade union, we are disappointed. We've been raising this issue more often when these incidents take place, that we are worried about the intelligence of our country, because incidents of this nature has to be, caught in between by the intelligence of the country. It looks like we are actionary as the law enforcement of this country. We act after an incident takes place, and we can't continue to lose our people in the line of duty whilst we have intelligence in the country.
You say you've raised the issue. I mean, what do you mean by that?
I mean, we've been raising these issues ranging from the trucking industry, the security industry, now the bus passenger. We've been raising that we are worried about the intelligence of our country that is unable to pick up these planned incidents, because these incidents are planned. They don't happen from periphery.
Yeah. What do you believe to be the motive of these? You say you believe that they planned and it's not just on the whim. Is there any idea why we are seeing this? And, it looks like it could be a pattern here that, really sparks a lot of danger and fear.
At this point in time, we can't say this is what we suspect as a trade union, but we bank on our law enforcement agencies to do their work in making sure that they do get these people behind these incidents, because it's very worrisome. It's difficult to wake up in your house, going to work, not knowing whether you come back or not.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, as we, try and take stock of what could have happened and wait to see the outcome of an investigation here, where does it leave workers? I mean, you did mention that there's a lot of fear, but what kind of impact could we see within the industry as we see and witness these, really tragic incidents?
The unfortunate part is that these workers have to report for duty. Although there's a risk of them losing lives, you will agree with me that transport industry is the center of our economy. When those buses are not moving, then it means people won't be able to get to work. Unfortunately, our members have to get to work, but we are pleased by the fact that the traffic, the JMPD, and the police have promised that these buses will be escorted. Okay. But of course, there's a lot of panic within our members, and mistakes can happen because, people will be driving, having to look around as to where the problem is going to come from. It's very worrisome, but what else can we do? Because they have to feed their families as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Anele, for speaking to us this evening and giving us some reaction. There's the South African Transport and Allied Workers Union Deputy General Secretary Anele Kiet speaking about the concern around, who's next as they try and find and establish who is to be held accountable.